Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to United Earth Angels Series Podcast, episode 61 already. Who am I? I am Toby Staples. Yes, I'm an Earth Angel, primarily, first and foremost, but I'm a self-mastery mentor also. Yes, I have 21 books published to my name for transformation for anybody who picks them up. I have 5 guaranteed process patterns for you all to break free from those unseen shackles of limitation, restriction, and imbalance. All of that crap. I could show you how to discard it all. That's who I am. That's what I do. And Andi, who's my co-pilot, will introduce herself to everybody out here today. We love you. We thank you for joining us.
Hello, everybody. I'm Andi Jo. I love you. I thank you for coming out and watching our United Earth Angels series. I am a mom of 11 and a wife to a awesome veteran. And of course, I'm an Earth Angel and a light worker. So I am here to guide people back to the light they know they have within anyways. So that's what my job is. And I also have 4 books on lulu.com, but.
Nice. Well, we're getting into it today. Yes, we are. Today, we're bringing to you, some love and wisdom about facing yourself for real, head on, getting real with it because it is what it is. But you can really, really move past anything that's ever happened to you in your life. And we're going to get into it today because you know something? A lot of people say, oh, you got to know this, you got to know that, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to master this, you got to master that. No, you got to know you and you got to master you and you got to face you head on, real, raw, truthful. If you can't be radically truthful and accepting of your own truth, well, then you cannot get past it. Not at all. So today we're going to get into why it is so important to face yourself honestly, truthfully. Well, I'd like to start by saying you wake up with you and you go to bed with you more than you do anybody else. You better know you. You better know what makes you tick. You better know what makes you feel that joy. You better know what excites your soul to stay alive and thrive. Yes, you can't let anybody else govern that but you. Nah. Andi, what do you think about that?
Well, I used to wake up with me and think, do I have to be this way? Do I have to deal with everything today? Do I have to? But now that I've learned to love me, I wake up with me and I stay in my bed for a good 20, 30 minutes thinking, I'm so grateful to be me. I'm so grateful for my breath of life. I get to experience life every day, and I'm grateful for that. Your day starts off however you start it, and you can't let anybody else come in and ruin it. Like if somebody does something to hurt your feelings or make you mad, it's not their fault that your feelings are hurt or that you got mad. It's yours that you allowed it. You allowed someone to make you mad. You allowed someone to upset you. You allowed someone into your energy for longer than they needed to be. I'm not saying avoid everybody. I'm not saying become a hermit, don't talk to nobody, do nothing, nothing. It's who you allow into your energy. They could be standing right beside you, but their influence is nothing if you don't let it be.
Well, too many people distract themselves from themselves. Literally, they run from themselves. They have to stay distracted. What does that look like? Well, do you get up and you have to stay busy all day? Can you actually sit with yourself for 5 minutes without a sound? Can you sit in silence with your own self? Because if you can't, that is the biggest key. That means you don't like, why do you have to fill your days with people, places, and things? Because you don't appreciate filling your day with you. Simple as that. Oh, why do you want to distract yourself from what you feel? Oh, because you don't like your environment. You don't like what you're doing. You hate your job. You hate this. You hate that. So what do you do after? Oh, you put yourself through it. And then you make excuses for why you must do the things that you don't like to do, which cripples your capacities even more. And then you go and distract yourself from the from the disconnection that you have with your own being, and binding yourself to the people pleasing around you and expectations around you, instead of staying true to the love that's fueling you, and really getting destructive in a way where destruct and destroy the unseen shackles. What are they? Your worry. You worry. Oh, what are people going to think of me if I'm really genuinely honest? How many people sit there and go, what if I tell my partner really what I'm thinking? Well, their fear of judgment kicks in. They're scared that they're going to lose their family. They're scared that they're going to lose their connection. They're scared, instead of just being real, raw, and truthful and open talk. This is who I am. This is what I'm feeling. And this is what we have to work through. Facing yourself for real head on is owning and accepting what you feel within you. And taking all that and realizing, do you know that anything that is not your most natural state, which is love and joy, is a learned behavior? You learn fear. Well, you got to face yourself and look at the fear that you were taught. Look at the shame that you were taught. Look at the blame that you were taught. Look at the judgment you were taught. You were taught since you could walk to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, don't speak like that. Oh, do it like this. You better act like that when you go to grandma's house. You better be a good girl in school. You better get good grades. Oh, you better do this. Oh, you better grow up to be something relevant in your life, because right now you're nobody. We all heard that shit. Let's get real with it.
Yeah, we've heard, make something of yourself. Well, I am something. I am myself.
That's right.
You know, but if you
That's
came back
right.
with that as you as a teenager or a kid, you get smacked. Well, I
Yes.
would anyways.
Exactly. Andy, I'm glad you mentioned that. What else were the things that you heard? Because I talk about a lot of the things about what I heard and the poison of the programming.
Yeah, I mean, I heard growing up, follow your dreams, but not this way. Be yourself, but not like that. You can't be yourself at your aunt's house. You can't do this at your aunt's house. You have to sit there quietly and da 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 da. I didn't want to go to my aunt's house, much less sit there and not do anything or not say anything. And, you know, I told my older kids the same thing. Don't do this at grandma's. Don't do this at great grandma's, because my mom didn't care what they did. Don't do this at your great aunt's house. You know, you can't act this way around this person, this way and this way. But now I just look at my kids and say, you know what? Be you. The only thing that I can't handle is if you lie to me. That's the only thing my kids get in trouble for, is lying to me, because I can't handle it. Tell me the truth. If you think you're getting in trouble for it, I'm not gonna blow up on you. I'm not gonna, you know, do like I used to do. I'm not gonna whoop nobody's hind end. I'm not gonna, you know, whatever I used to do. The only reason why my kids get in trouble now is if they lie to me. That's the number one rule in my house. Don't lie to me. Be truthful to yourself. Be truthful to me. I wasn't raised that way. I was raised, be yourself, but not like this. That's not being myself. That's why I took my kids out of school, because they can't be themselves. They want to put one of them on ADHD medicine again. She was on it. Yeah, it helped her concentrate, helped her conform, helped her do what the teachers wanted her to do, but I don't want her to conform. I don't want her to be like other people. I want her to be like her. I don't want someone else telling my kid, hey, you're not okay to be this way. My teachers told me that growing up too. Hey, that's not okay. Don't do that. That's not okay. Don't, and I didn't, it's not like I did anything like cheating or anything bad.
Okay,
I was
but I
just
got to
being
ask
me.
you something now. I got to ask you something now. Without doing the work and facing yourself for real head on, would you be able to function like this right now, Andy?
No.
Okay, but this is the thing. People need to really take the initiative in the inspired actions to face themselves and do the work. Literally.
Yeah. Yep, they do.
Literally, because were you not running on a pattern, being unaware? Did you not? Like, look, you went through it just like I was unaware of my patterns until I faced myself too. It's not just you, it's me as well. But it is actually knowing these patterns and having broken them myself and actually loving myself back to life, resurrecting my body from total organ failure, septic shock, refusing amputation, and beat death so many times since, I wouldn't be able to hold space and lead others to this. Okay? I have a learned wisdom from life experience. I did not learn the lingo from a book. And this is how I was able to hold the space, even for Andi, to do that work and face herself head on. And it wasn't easy to do. She had to face all the fear, the shame, the blame, the guilt, the denial, the grief, the lies, the illusions, and the ego, just like I did.
Yeah.
And how important is that to do, Andi? Talk to them about it.
It is, in order to know you, truly know you, you have to do that. And I'm thankful every day for Toby for showing me how to do that. Because had I not been connected to her through TikTok, that's how we met, I wouldn't know that every reason I was on medication was because of learned behavior, because I didn't love myself. I started breaking through those things, started finding out what the root causes, what I was taught, what I learned from other people just watching them, learned all that and busted through everything. You have to, you can't truly love someone else fully until you learn yourself and love who you are. I didn't know that. My mom didn't know that. My grandma didn't know that, so on and so forth. They were all taught to sit down and shut up. Children should be seen and not heard. Women didn't have the right to have a voice. Well, guess what? It's 2025 and we have a freaking voice, and my kids will be heard. So if you don't want to hear a bunch of noise or hear me speak, don't come here. Because when I have kids stay the night here too, I allow them to be themselves. All I say is, don't lie to me. Don't destroy things that aren't yours. Have fun, be yourself. And that's why kids like coming back, because they can be themselves.
Yeah.
But you have to
You
do
know what?
the
I
work.
remember being like the community. Yeah, they've got to do the work for sure. For sure. I remember being like the community mom too. Yeah, I've done a lot of things in the community, but man, you know, while you supporting everybody else, you certainly lose the self, you know. I tried to do it all. Tried to do it all until I knew that, you know, hey shit, I got to fix myself because I'm certainly running on patterns of everybody else. Like, no, I'm me. I'm not like my mother. I'm not like my father. Yes, I am very much so genetically in all of the wisdom that they gave me, but I'm not their pain. I'm not their trauma. I'm not the patterns of destruction. I'm not their chosen limitation or restriction. I am not the excuses for why they deem that acceptable.
Right.
I don't have to stay in the patterns. No. And when I realized that, well, you know what? It's not, I got to be honest. I had to die to find out. And that's why I don't want anybody else to feel that. Literally. That shit drove me to total organ failure and septic shock. How do I know? Because in 2010, my immune system stopped working from a very bad car accident. Well, by 2012, I was in total septic shock, organ failure. Why? Because of what my cells believed and what I believed about my life experience and about me. So that's, say shit.
You know what just came to me?
Bring it out.
I was sent my first son in 1999. My second son, I had an out of body experience after I had him. Like I was sent children to love, but I didn't learn to love myself. Even after the first one, after the second one, didn't get the download. After Kenny, I was fine. Austin, I was fine. Stephen, out of body experience. I said, okay. If I was, looking back now, hindsight is 2020. If I would have been loving myself correctly, I wouldn't have had out of body experiences. My body would have been able to handle it. Then I gave birth to Joseph, 2014. Then with James, 2016, I literally coded. I died twice. That should have been my sign, but I was told to come back. I wasn't finished yet. So I did. And had I loved myself completely and wholly before I even started having children, it wouldn't have been traumatic. But if it wouldn't have been traumatic, I wouldn't have learned so much. So, you learn lessons daily in
Yes,
your
you do.
life.
And you know what? It was very easy for you to come back because your body was habitable.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Mine was totally poisoned. My organs were dead. It's very different than just an outer body experience. I was inhabitable to get back into my body. I had to cling to my body from not being able to move it.
Right.
For days and days, laying in that poison of my whole environmental factor to love it back to life.
Right.
So, but in hindsight now, those experiences, they were meant to happen to you, Andi.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
they were. Because the more that it did happen, it connected you to spirit. And it's because of those experiences that you knew when we connected through Anka on TikTok, that you felt that calling because you've already experienced the spiritual realm. So you
Oh,
knew
yeah.
it to be real for you. Had you not had those experiences, you probably never would have believed what I was telling you.
No. Especially after James, 2016. I don't remember his first 4 days of life. I was completely out of it. Just, I knew I was here, but I was in between. You know what I mean? My body was moving, but was it? That was
Well, if
that
your
kind of
body
thing.
was moving, you were connected to it because your soul is what makes that move, and your soul is what feeds that vortex of your heart.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when you are disconnected from your body, you are disconnected from it 100%.
Mhm.
You can't move. Like I laid there in ICU for 3 weeks, unable to get out of bed.
Oof.
I couldn't, for the first week, I couldn't even raise my arm. I
Oh,
couldn't. I
my.
couldn't even lift. The nurses had to move my body, roll me, come position me. I couldn't even sit up. My
Yeah.
body was dead. Yeah. But guys, you got to face yourself. And that's, you know what? It took me to be in ICU and total organ failure to actually face myself and face what my body contained. And this is why I talk about it. It's to make sure that you all don't get to that point and push to that point of pain and poison for you to awaken. I want you all to take into consideration the work that needs to be done to face yourself literally for real, head on. Because that's the only thing you need to face is yourself. half of the things that you experience in your life are self-induced anyway. Actually, I'm being corrected. Boss said 100% of the time, but people just aren't accountable for it.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy, I'm excited because it may have started with meeting you through Anka on a live, and we connected instantly, and then it ended up working together ever since. But it is leading to you coming here and enjoying meeting me and spending a week with me.
Yes.
We'll be together for a week time. Yes, we will. And I'm totally excited because you're going to go home fully activated like that. You're putting that star on your Christmas tree. Oh, yes, big time, because your body has even been preparing you for it.
Yes, it has.
And people don't realize that it's such a transformational change that it's like graduation. You're waiting for your graduation ceremony. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I'm so proud of you that you faced yourself for real, head on, and you're feeling the effects. And am I allowed to speak freely of the ripple effects that you're feeling everywhere in your life with the transformational change?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, look, Andy has not only felt the results for herself, but she is seeing it now leak through all of her children, from the oldest one, that at one moment she was doubting whether she was able to influence her still at that age. I remember her expressing that to me, whether she was able to connect on such a deep level that she would be able to influence her, and she has. And I'm so grateful that it's happened that day.
Yes, that's my oldest daughter. I have three sons older than her. But yes, oh, just watching the videos she posts on TikTok and all the stuff that she's just opening up about. She's not holding anything back. It's awesome to watch her open up like that. And my son that moved to Minnesota, it's awesome to watch him open up and him accept himself, and I love it, love it.
Yeah, I love that they're facing themselves for real, head on, and loving themselves, knowing that the flow state, and to feel their love over worry, because mom is the example of it now. So mom's mastered herself to the point of energetic mastery, about to hold her crown, and they see it, feel it, and know it. You know what I mean? So yes, that's awesome. But it's all a part of you took the steps.
Yep, I'm proud of me for doing it, and I'm proud of them for following and
No,
finding themselves.
big time. Well, I'm proud of all of you, and I'm proud of myself too for doing the exact same thing. Because
Yes.
if I didn't do it for me, I wouldn't be able to lead others to it. And this kind of energetic mastery and abundance is very different than any kind of wealth you can acquire, because this is the true wealth of your being. This is the abundant birthright that you were born to achieve. If you were to achieve anything, it would be that harmony, balance, and perfected state underneath it all. Because guess what? It knows the truth of itself. But do you know the truth of it? And do you stay loyal to the truth of what's fueling you? Energy is not something to get into.
No.
It's what's fueling you. Andy, and we've got 5 more minutes to go. You want to take the next 2 minutes and feed the audience whatever you would like to add? And I'm going to mute myself because these guys in the back here, it's funny that it's just podcast days, that there's all kind of work going on in this reality. But that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. We know how it is. And somebody said, well, if this is like a video game, actually, I'll give you the floor in a sec. Somebody asked me, if this is like a video game, then how come things fuck up? And how come people can affect us? And how come this and how come that? Well, actually, it's like playing GTA in a global community. It's like playing Call of Duty in a global community.
Mm-hmm.
It's like playing, but how far do you see into your reality is as far as you're projecting into it, other than energetics anyway. So get real with that too. But Andi, I'll give you the floor.
All right. Listen, guys, I love you all, but I love me first. If someone comes along there and they're going to destroy my peace, do I still love them? Yes. Do I allow them in my sanctuary, my peaceful realm? No. I love them from afar. Look, I'll talk to you, text you, whatever. If you're going to disturb the peace that I have or the peace my children has, consider yourself loved from a distance because I protect my peace and I teach my children to protect their peace. You have to love you enough to protect your peace, to protect your energies. If you don't protect yourself, no one else is going to do it for you. Yeah, Toby and I can guide you how to do it yourself. But if you don't do it yourself, if you don't do the work, don't expect it to work. Plain and simple. But I love you guys. Have a great day on purpose.
You know what? It's funny because when you said that, I got a boss threw a vision in my face of those that are sitting there eating fast food, watching health videos, going, "Oh, look at him work out. I would love to look like that," but doing nothing but sitting on the couch. And it's crazy because some people don't realize that their wishful thinking does not get them their results. That person who wants to look like what they're watching has to first shut off what they're watching. You see the influence of the non-realistic feeding of your brain first. Get real with it. Dump that. Shut off that tell lie box. Okay? Because half the time, the reason why you're eating those fast foods is because that tell lie box has been promoting it to you long enough that your brain said, okay, no problem. I can do that too. Okay? Face yourself. Dismantle the fear. Dismantle the shame. Dismantle the guilt. Dismantle the grief, the lies, the illusions, and the ego. Free yourself of all of that and embody who you truly are. That is the love and the joy that fuels you, making everything possible for you in your reality and your existence already. Yes, stay true to the love that's fueling you. Always on purpose, with intention. You know what? Go check out our books and our F.L.O.W shops. There's the F.L.O.W shop links. Go check it out. You need a miracle? Well, don't be shy about it because guess what? So does 95% of the population right now. So this is where you can get yours at these links right here. Go to lulu.com and get our books. Why wouldn't you? Oh, because you want to stay stuck and stupid. That's why. Oh, okay. That's cool too. No problem. That's your choice. And I respect that too. But do I love you? Ha! Always. But you want to choose destruction, limitation, and demise? That'll be amplified now in this great time of change. So it's time to face yourself for real on purpose. We love you. See you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your energy.